Alright, so I've made some videos to the Patriots, in uniform and out. You know who I'm speaking to. Now what I want to talk about is this. I've traveled all over the world. I've trained with some of the best of the best. I've been to places in this world, and for all of you haters and dissenters out there, for all of you trolls, travel the world. Travel it. I don't care if you're in uniform or not. Just travel. Travel for a minute. See one third world country. See what it's like. See what it's like to not have a constitution. And then come back and try to disrupt, discredit, harm by your vile words what true patriots are trying to say. I've given my props and I've given my pleads to my brothers and sisters out there who are carrying on the beans, bullets, and bandages. Now, I want to make something to all of you across the world, to the men and women who fill the ranks of foreign services. Let me tell you something. I know that your own countries right now are going through hard times, horrible times. I know that some countries right now, before this video is finished, will be in so much serious trouble thanks to America and our fiat currency that you bought into. Not our fault, but you did buy into it. You know who I'm talking to. All of you. Whether you can translate this or not, I really don't care. I've spoke to the people that I care about. I've spoke to the military in this country that's stationed around the world, that wear the uniforms that countless patriots have died to just wear. And I know your countries feel that way too. But guess what? If you are in a country that is part of the UN, if you're in a country that has some inklings of maybe trying to take care of some crazy Americans at our darkest hour, I have this to say to you. I've trained with a lot of your forces. I've seen what you're capable of. I have stories to tell about hearing what a Spetsnaz, a Dolphin unit operator, told us back in the day after your wall fell. Yeah, I know they're bad. Yeah. Do the Chinese have more women in their military than we have in our own country? Yeah, I agree to that. But let me tell you one thing. All the patriots that are serving around the world and that are here in this country, we have one thing, and this is it. We haven't fought a real war on our shores for over 200 years. But you should hear the passion in the voice of our founding fathers. And I'm Native American, but I still understand where that Constitution came from. What, you think they didn't understand the great tribal fires that happened with the Iroquois Nation? What, you think these white folks just showed up on our shores and dreamed up this plan? Of course they didn't. They got it from the people that were already here. We know how to play. And if you want to, in our darkest hour, play with us, we will play so hard. You think you know guerrilla warfare? Huh. We ain't some silly furry friggin' creatures in some rainforest in Africa. No. Guerrilla warfare is what won our independence. And I guarantee you that it will win the next time. You're talking to a bunch of people in a country with more natural resources than you could imagine. You can throw your people at the line. The line's not going to matter. We'll stack them up. So, to you who think we don't know how deep and dark this wormhole that we've dug our friggin' country into is, to all of you across the world who would dare rise up and try to interfere in our darkest hour by hook or crook, yeah, of course. We know that you are a part of the system, and we know that your leaders are talking to our leaders. If you think you can fool us for 1 second, you're wrong. Do you know what it's going to take? It's going to take a couple of fellers to go out and dig up some friggin' sulfur and some saltpeter and some charcoal. And you know what that makes, don't you? Yeah, it makes a big boom. I'm not going to tell people on YouTube what the proportions are, but it does make a big boom. Our country's friggin' loaded with it. It's laying on the ground. Come on. I've trained with the best of the best. I've seen everything that the world has to offer. Do you have numbers? Of course you do. But you think you're going to take what we love, our land? Never ever forget that this is a country that is founded on liberty. And that is liberty of the people. And what I mean by that is this. As long as what I think is my freedom, whatever I think is my liberty, as long as I don't go to my neighbor and make them believe, worship, understand what I believe, then I'm not infringing on their rights. And true patriots never infringe on our neighbor's rights. That's the beauty of this country. It's all we have. The right to liberty, to the pursuit of happiness. As long as that doesn't interfere with the people that are next to us. Yes, our country's in trouble. But never ever for one moment think that you're going to come over here with the UN on ships and step a friggin' foot in this country. And win. Are you stupid? You've lost your minds. You must, as generals, as admirals, speak to your leaders. I've traveled all over the world. I've talked to enemies that I trained to kill. And then I get to meet them in the civilian world, and I find out, wow, it's not really that we hate each other. No, our governments tell us what we hate, what we have to do. You got to remember, your own people at some point will rebel against the ideas. Down. Yeah. And we have dogs over here. We have alarm systems. We don't need those cool things on the doors. We don't need that. We've got dogs. We've got dogs and we've got guns. Never forget that. Well, you just want to be a star, don't you? I love you too. But the point is, for anyone in the world that's part of a foreign intelligence, that's part of a foreign military, you better know something. No matter what your leaders tell you, you will lose. You will lose, and it's going to be ugly. Because you think the patriots are going to come home to America to take care of us, you've lost your damn minds. They're going to come home, they're going to see the friggin' score, and they're going to take care of business. When those rifles turn on you, you win. You fools. You'll never take this country, ever. We are patriots. We love our freedom. And our freedom will never die. We will not become Rome. I promise you that. We will not fall.